Hey, still ringer. Just getting things organized here. Trying to anyway. Yeah, so I'm afraid that I can't see the chat. Let's turn that orientation. This one will go this way. Forward. We'll see how that lasts. Hello, Donald in New Mexico. How are you guys doing? Hello, still. We are still en route to Louisiana. We had to stop and get gas here, mid-state Arkansas, so about ready to get back on the road here. Hopefully, I picked up this mount for the phone. Hopefully it holds. We'll see here shortly. Gotta find some food. Don't work. Don't have to worry about the dog is home. Don't mount your phone. I'll try not to mount my phone, Donald. Okay, you are plugged in. I need to find. I won't mount the phone like I won't spin your balls, Donald. How's that? Pervert. Hello, everyone. I see 5 viewing. Thanks for hanging out here. We're about, I think, 4 hours away from our destination in Louisiana. Had to stop midway, mid-state Arkansas to fuel up. We just fueled up, and we are now westbound on our Interstate 40. Hello, Steve Woods. Good to see you. Still, I have the stream into the stream elements here, so it's going to come up here. If you guys want to come up the stream into the live, will be into the panel. Will be up here in a moment. As soon as I see someone come in, I'll let you in. That'll be easier for me to stay awake this way. I'm not really that tired yet, but like I said, we still got about another 4 hours to go. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Get rid of some Sorry, turned on. It looks like it's cutting out background noise pretty good. Cool. All right. Cool beans. All right. Since we are now actually on interstates, we shouldn't be cutting in and out. We might run into a dead zone here and there, but compared to yesterday, it'll be a lot better today than it was yesterday. Yesterday, just Google Maps was taking us into some crazy roads, and during a heavy rain, they actually had flood warnings in place in these back roads, and I'm like, really? Why didn't you just let me take main roadways back to the interstate? They wanted me to go on these back roads to get back to the interstate, so that was no fun. Of course, dead signal everywhere. Good to see you, Steve. Try Maze. Maze. You lost me on that one there still. Oh, Waze. You meant Waze. We actually use Waze. Mrs. Sushi actually uses Waze on her phone. I use Google Maps. It does. There is a difference. Even though they are supposedly both owned by Google, Waze tends to have different routes than Google Maps does. Yeah, I knew what you meant. As soon as I said that, I knew what you meant there still. So yeah, we left Nashville about 1 o'clock, I guess, 1:30. And about 1:30 Central Time, so it would have been 2:30. So we've been on the road about 5 hours now. And from Nashville we're actually going to Shreveport, Louisiana. We're not going to go that deep into the state. We mainly just need to get into Louisiana to get a Louisiana hoodie. So that's where we're heading now. But we don't need to go deep into Louisiana. If we take the interstate into Louisiana, we can find some truck stops and stores near along the interstate that typically have hoodies. That's where we grab the hoodies at. It's typically at the truck stops or stores near the interstate. And then we're going to call it for a couple of nights there in Shreveport, Louisiana, and then we're going to head from there, head to Arkansas, head into Oklahoma, and then points north. And Arkansas, like Texas, the speed limit on the interstates now is now 75. Last time we were through here, probably about 6 years ago, 5 years ago, it was only 70. So Arkansas increased their speed limit since the last time we were down here. So I distinctly remember when we did our Texas barbecue road trip, I distinctly remember crossing the state line at Texarkana, and the speed limit changed from 70 to 75. So I'm like, oh, so we gunned it at that point getting through Texas. Well, Arkansas increased their speed limit 5 miles since the last time we were down here. So I'll lock it in at 80.
Hazard reported ahead.
There's a car on the right. That was Waze telling us there were 3 cars. Hazards. Looks like one with a flat tire. That's Waze with a British accent. Mrs. Hoosier likes the British accent. Now she's over here next to me just taking pictures everywhere. She's got a really nice camera. She's taking pictures of the semi that we're passing. Try again. You get it? Okay. So we're probably about 30 minutes away from Little Rock and about 4 hours away from Sugarport. Sugarport, whatever that name that town's called. Sugarport, Louisiana. We were going to go down to Lafayette near New Orleans, but I didn't feel like driving that far south. Like I said, we're just going to Louisiana to pick up a hoodie anyway. So once we have that, we'll have that hoodie and we'll mark it off the list and head over to Oklahoma Friday. Do the same thing for Oklahoma hoodie, and then up to Nebraska, Kansas, South Dakota, North Dakota, Wisconsin, Minnesota, and then Wisconsin, and then back home. Hello, Cal. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for hanging out here. You guys want to hang out with me for the next 4.5 hours? I'm not going anywhere unless my signal gets lost. I'm not going anywhere. Yesterday, trying to do live on the Natchez Trace Parkway was impossible because it's so isolated from everything. As soon as we got away from Nashville, we lost our internet signal, so I couldn't do any streaming on the parkway itself. That's really nice. Yeah, guys, ever get Forge, Tennessee? Check out that. A friend of mine at work actually told me about the parkway because he rides bikes everywhere. And he's like, it's a beautiful road just to lock it in and cruise. Top speed's 50 miles an hour, 2-lane. Nice curvy roads. Nothing too drastic, nothing too hilly. Just a nice chill cruise. Just to lock it in at 50. Well, in Tennessee, it's basically 40. You lock it in at 40, 50 miles an hour, whatever, and you just cruise. Just take it in. That's what we did yesterday. You miss driving. Well, hate to hear that, Cal. Yep. If it wasn't, since we're doing the hoodie runs, we have to go on road trips for the time being. But once we get Louisiana covered, we already picked up Alabama hoodie yesterday, so we got that off the list yesterday. And once we get the Louisiana hoodie, and then it's everything except for Delaware and New Jersey. Everything else is up the Great Plains, so we're basically going for the next several days, and then points west, except for Colorado and Hawaii, because we've both been through those two states. So, but the rest of the western side of the country is still up for grabs. We're going to do that one differently because it's just driving a half a day or a day just to get to the western side of the country is no fun. So we'll have to do that one differently. We're going to end up driving or flying to various locations and then road trip from that airport or something like that. Like flying over to Salt Lake, rent an RV from a private owner, and just tour the area with the RV, something like that. Hey, Amanda C. Or Amanda, I'm not sure which Amanda it is. I'm only seeing a very small piece of the chat. Unfortunately, my screen's not very big, so. Sure, it sucks because there's a conversation going on. I'm missing it. So Woody, I'm referring. I guess Donald, are you referring to Woody's Ventures, because I don't see anyone chatting but you at the moment. It sort of sucks I can't see the rest of the chat. Oh, there it is. Hey, I got some more. Cool. All right, now I can see a little bit more chat. Hey, JM. Thanks for coming by. Road trip to Louisiana as we speak. I don't see. I was able to see more chat. Don't need to see my own video anyway. So which Amanda is in the stream right now? Amanda C or Amanda B? Okay, C, cool. So Amanda C, if you're still out here listening, I might actually be in not too far out from your area in a few days. One of the stops along the way going north from Oklahoma will be Kansas City, and I need recommendations for Kansas City barbecue. If you got any recommendations, I'm up for it. We're actually going to be going across both sides of the state line. Well, actually, just in Kansas, like it's already got Missouri hoodie, right? Yeah, we got Missouri hoodie, so but we still need to get a Kansas hoodie. So we'll be going up the interstate that runs along the eastern side of the Great Plains states. So we'll actually be stopping by Kansas City probably for a night or two, probably late, maybe late into the weekend, maybe. Gates barbecue best had Sunday. Now you guys will have to email me some addresses to some Kansas City barbecue joints. Because I'm not had Kansas City barbecue. I've had Texas barbecue, and that was pretty damn good stuff. It's gonna be hard pressed to make me like something else besides Texas barbecue. But I'm 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 game to check it out for sure. I like barbecue. So if you guys have any recommendations, just email me. And like I said, we'll be hanging out. We'll probably be going through Kansas City, probably Sunday, Monday time frame, something like that. Yeah. Got the hoodie now. Let me mark that off. Now, besides for the barbecue, I can't think of anything else over there still. So, if it wasn't for the fact that the interstate for that metro, I wouldn't even be going by Kansas City. But the fact that there's barbecue there, that whenever you hear about barbecue, you always hear about Texas barbecue, Memphis barbecue, Kansas City barbecue, and South Carolina barbecue. And I've only had the Texas barbecue, so I'm biased right now. Not much west of the Mississippi, yeah. But like I said, Kelly, we're doing it. Mrs. Hoosier and I started this journey many years ago where we decided we're going to pick up a hoodie from each state that we visit, or at least try to anyway. So we've done pretty good. We've had there's a couple we've actually couldn't find the hoodies, but since we actually drove through the state, we went ahead and ordered them online. But we always try to find the hoodies while we're in the state at all possible. But at least if we actually get into the state, we'll pick up the hoodie online. But that's not as fun. So we started this many years ago. And like I said, we've got everything. Well, after this next couple of weeks, we'll have everything from the Great Plains east, except for Delaware and New Jersey, which would be a separate trip altogether. Hey, Marley and T, good to see you. How you guys doing?
We need to get an Arkansas one because I don't have a jacket for Arkansas.
Oh, we do need Arkansas Mini. We're going to make a quick move for Steel Arkansas.
Little Rock, right?
Yeah, we're heading toward Little Rock now. I know I saw the Arkansas logo.
Yeah, I seen one back there, but it wasn't small.
It was an actual hoodie.
No, it's just a jacket. Full on jacket. Brings up the front jacket.
Yeah, that one.
Just has Arkansas right there on the front. Unless you've seen a different one.
Yeah, we'll have to look around. I'll have to stop. At least we're still halfway through the state. We got more opportunity to stop.
We go through Arkansas a lot.
Not really.
At the time, we could only find a jacket.
Yeah.
And I said that will do.
Oh yeah, JM. So we figured out what one of the two words was I sent you. It's actually a sweetener that they use. But Stroger, not scrotum. Not scrotum. But some type of berry. It's a sweet berry that they use as a sweetener. I guess it's used in the South. I guess I don't know. Preserves. But the other word we haven't figured out yet. Arthur Bryan's barbecue. Arthur Bryan's barbecue. Sort of famous. So Yates barbecue, you said, Steve, and Arthur Bryant's. Amanda C., if you're still out here, do you know of any barbecue joints in your area that you would recommend? Why aren't you scooting over? That car, that Jeep in front of us. That Jeep.
I don't see any problems with it.
Scoot over. Move. Lindsay's on-site barbecue. Watch out for armadillos in the barbecue. Apparently making you nervous.
No, I'm just worried.
That's what the fun. So yeah, Steve Woods, you'll have to email me some recommendations. We're only going to be in Kansas City one night, maybe 2 nights. We're going to get down.
Hazard reported ahead.
We're going to get down to Louisiana tonight. Hang out there tonight. I'll just get there late. I'll be about 10 o'clock by the time we get there. And then hang out there tomorrow all day. Then check out Friday morning. And then head towards Oklahoma. Now, I don't know if we're going to stop in near Oklahoma, Missouri or not, or if we're just going to go straight up into Kansas State. I haven't decided yet. We might stop in Oklahoma, Missouri area for a few days. And then head north, and then stop at Kansas City for a day, and then keep it headed north, and then come back. Hey, HVAC, good to see you. Saw you pop in a bit ago. I got the link into the panel in there, so once it shows up, if you guys want to dial in and hang out on the panel with me, that's cool. It should send out something here in a few minutes. Every time Wes says something, one of the guys say, "Leave us alone, Alexa. Shut up, Alexa." So if we only go to one place, we have to go to Gates Barbecue. So are they open? Is Gates open on Sundays and Mondays? So I think that's when I don't know, we might be there. We might get there Saturday. It just depends on if we stop in Oklahoma, Missouri area first. So it'll be either late Sunday or early next week. So yeah, it's only going to be one place, one stop, one layover, one night stay over down in the area. So unless someone else has another recommendation, it sounds like Gates is the place to be for barbecue. So the one disadvantage I have seen so far by the state of Arkansas increasing their speed limit by 5 miles, the semis tend to be more like cars when it comes to weaving in and out of traffic. And I think the reason that's the case is a lot of companies, a lot of commercial trucking companies don't allow their trucks to go very faster than 65. And I know many companies keep their trucks governed at 65. So, you come across someone going 65 and everyone else is able to go 70 legally. When it comes to trucks are constantly weaving in and out. Hope there's no lows. Oh, well. Might turn around and back to that one. But trucks like to weave in and out more into the fast lane than they do outside of Arkansas. Yeah. We're going to turn around.
Right day.
Hazard reported ahead.
I won't go that way.
That mark.
There's McDonald's. I'll go straight through this. So the word scramble answers were one, Greenham, which is a checkered cloth, and the word that we found in Old Sweetener, which is a type of syrup. Oh, also syrup sweetener made of a type of berry, like you said earlier. I have no idea what Greenham is, which is it has there. It's a checkered cloth. That's what the other word in scramble was.
That was probably the tablecloth.
The tablecloth. Yeah.
They were checked.
Probably. Yeah, we couldn't figure out those words for nothing. Well, Mrs. Hoosier couldn't figure out those words for nothing. I wasn't even paying attention. She's pretty good about stuff like scrambling words and crosswords and mazes and stuff like that, but those two words had her completely stumped. HVAC, I'm not so sure. I might. Well, since we're actually going to be at the hotel tomorrow night, I might go ahead and do a stackers gathering tomorrow night at our regular time, since I'll be stationary. I wasn't sure where we would be at, but we'll be checking in tonight, which is what, Wednesday. We'll be there all day tomorrow. Then we check out Friday mornings. Let's go ahead and do a show at our regularly scheduled time. I'll let you know for sure. At this point, I would say yes. We're gonna go ahead and do it.
Yeah, it might be.
We can, we have our Mrs. Hoosier's notebook, Chrome notebook. Works pretty good for. It'll just be the melon like we normally can do, but won't be the full-fledged setup. That's okay. We don't need a full-fledged setup since I'm mobile. Yeah, we can go ahead and plan for it. I did bring my bingo box of all the shinies for bingo night. I might go ahead and do a couple of giveaways out of the box. HVAC's asking me to get your permission to use your notebook.
Do what?
HVAC is asking me to get your permission to use your notebook.
That's such a good.
He's joking. He's joking. Get Mrs. Hoosier Stacker's permission. We're going to go live tomorrow.
This could be easy. What could I get out of this? I'll have to think about it.
Okay, she's going to think about HVAC. Thanks, pal. Traffic, traffic, traffic. 740 still. Let's get through Little Rock and then we'll find a hoodie. Let's get out of Little Rock. What's that? Yes, that's too big and fancy of a church.
I took a picture of it. It's impossible.
Yeah, it's pretty, but pretty elaborate for a church.
I thought it was a courthouse.
Yeah, I think me too. It looked like a courthouse.
It's cold.
So so HVAC's saying to stay out of trouble while on vacation.
What do I?
She's already conniving and spiteful on me. She's already got like, what am I going to do? What can I do?
Here's a gun show. Maybe mine to get again.
Let's get rid of this.
Please. You can always let them know that's why I brought it.
But
The notebook.
they're just weird. Yeah, I know.
But now, I have to think about it.
Yeah, it's getting pretty much dark dusk around here. Huh? So just a little bit of light left in the sky there each way. At least we finally got out of the rain when we were hanging out around Nashville last 2 days. It was just rain. Then when we drove down to Alabama, they were having enough rain to cause flooding, localized flooding. So
Hazard reported ahead.
I see no car.
10.2 of a mile. Play the game right.
Up there it is. So just don't drive north from BB's. All right. So this Gates barbecue, Steve Woods, is it? Where is it? Where is it in the area? Is it north of this metro, south, east, west? Is it downtown? I know where to get a hotel at, so we don't have to drive that far from the restaurant. You lose your light.
I am. Had to use a. Oh, it's out. Blue light. Police.
Police. They like blue down here. HVAC says, Mrs. Hoosier Stacker, keep your hands to yourself while he is driving.
Gosh.
Camera's done. No more light. Pretty much dark up here. Hey, there's the link finally. So that link, guys, if you want to dial up to the panel, I'll bring you in. We can yak. Like I said, I'll be around for the next 4 hours, 4.5 hours. So, or we'll be around for the next 4 hours. If you guys want, we'll see how that works while I'm mobile. And thanks for coming by, hanging out with us on our road trip. And smash that thumb if you haven't already done so. Thank you very much.
Did I hit you?
You can speak up. They're not going to bite. You guys aren't going to bite, right? She's like whispering over here. It's like she doesn't want to be heard on the stream. Nah, no worries about that, Donald and HVAC. We've been together 30 plus years. she
Suck on that.
she wants me to suck on this bottle. We've been together 30 plus years. Another RV.
Pull in the car.
Yep. Hey, check.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Not too bad.
Wow.
Just driving.
Good. A bad hair
How's it
day
going?
here. Wonderful. We just got back from dinner. Saw y'all was driving down the road. Thought I'd check in with you. You're in the dark. I'll be in the dark. Where
Yeah,
y'all
we're
at? Where y'all?
Hazard reported ahead.
so yeah. I was thinking about the show tomorrow night, HVAC, and I mean or not tomorrow night. Yeah, actually, it would be tomorrow night, wouldn't it? My days are messed up, but yeah, I'm thinking about going ahead and doing it since we're going to be stationary at the hotel. The Mrs. Hoosier brought the laptop or the notebook with us, so we could do it. So
Did you bring your microphone?
yeah, but I'll be off of the notebooks, mic. So it won't be as the high quality that everyone's used to hearing, but we can still do it.
Yeah. All right.
And like I said earlier, I have the bingo box with all the shinies for bingo night, so we can get some stuff away tomorrow night. And I'm going to be on a time constraint since we're on vacation, so I don't have to cut everyone. I don't have to throw everyone out to the curb at 8:30 like I normally do.
There you go. Good. So where y'all at?
We are in Little Rock now. We're actually about ready to leave Little Rock and keep heading west.
Very good.
So, like I said, we're about, I want to say about 4 hours away, something like that.
Another 4 hours. It's going to be 12 o'clock midnight here.
Yeah. Well, we didn't get on the road till 1:30 this afternoon, so it's a road trip vacation, so we're not in a hurry to go anywhere really.
That's a good plan for sure. I like them kind of plans.
Don't really have a set agenda or anything like that, so we're just
Hazard reported ahead.
driving until we don't want to drive anymore. Then we hang out wherever we're at for a day or two, and then we get back to the road and do it again.
I like that. That would be fun. For
So
sure.
can't tell lurking and cooking.
Final destination is home whenever that happens, right?
Yeah. Well, that no later than a week from Monday. I'll be back to work by 9 p.m. Monday the 18th, so plenty of time. Plenty of time to cruise and just
Hazard reported ahead.
take in the scenes and listen to Waze keep telling us there's hazards reported.
Yeah. I get in there and I turn all that stuff off other than the police.
Yeah. I tell you what, there's a few times I was glad that we had Waze tell us there was a police
Hazard reported ahead.
Police report ahead because it's saved us a couple of times, especially going down 75 coming from south from Savannah, more or less. The troopers love not 75, 95. The troopers love 95 south of Savannah.
Savannah, Georgia? You didn't go there. Savannah where?
Say why, HVAC?
Savannah where? We got a Savannah in Georgia.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. 95 south of Savannah.
Savannah, Georgia?
Well, 95, in Georgia. I guess the south side of the state. 95, yeah.
Well, Savannah's on the coast. Is that where y'all went?
No. No, last time we did a road trip, we came south on 95 through Georgia, and the troopers love hiding in weeds and stuff in Georgia.
Yeah, they do.
And there was probably 3 or 4 times Waze gave us a heads up that there was someone parked, and you didn't see them until you had already passed them. You look out the corner of your eye, they're sitting there in the weeds,
Wow.
or sitting behind a billboard, or sitting behind a concrete barrier or something like that, hiding.
Yeah. Yeah, I usually just turn all those notifications except for the police.
Yeah.
I get tired of her telling me there's a car on the side of the road. It's like, I don't care.
As long as it's not in the road where you're at.
Yeah. Yeah. So you like that Waze app, or that all you use? You try something else?
So that's what we use. I mean, now we use Waze on her phone, and then I use Google Maps on my phone. And even though they're supposedly ran by the same organization, they do tend to give us different directions, different information. So
They will do that.
what's nice about the Waze is, you have a little bit of interaction with people in the community, or other people out there driving. You can actually have interaction with them. So if there's an accident up ahead, they can say they'll get on there and say, yeah, it's the inside lane is closed. Jump over to the right lane, things like that. So gives you a little bit more heads up to get out, steer away from the traffic, or steer away from the accident, things like that.
Hey, Rocky Mountain, how you doing this afternoon, evening?
Hello, Rocky Mountain Life Prospector. Good to see you. And anyone else out here hanging out, thanks for coming by, hanging out with us. It's just Hoosier Stacker and Mrs. Hoosier's road tripping to right now en route to Louisiana. We're heading down to Shreveport, Louisiana, to pick up a hoodie that we started collecting hoodies years ago. So we have to go by Louisiana, pick up a hoodie, and then we actually swim by Arkansas, somewhere here in Arkansas, pick up a hoodie too. And then we're going to head to Oklahoma, and then we're going to head north from Oklahoma, hit all the Great Plains states for hoodies, and then head back home. Nice long road trip. About 2,500 miles by the time everything is said and done.
Man, did you get some new tires before you left, or are you going to get new tires when you get back?
Well, I'll probably get new tires when I get back, when I get done. Tires, you don't need no stinking tires as I'm driving on the rims.
Yeah. Sparks are flying.
Yeah, last time we did a big road trip, we actually had a little Ford Focus, which it was a current year model Focus, but it just wasn't nearly as comfortable as this Taurus. I have a Taurus now.
Oh, there you go.
Much nicer ride. It's not like a Lincoln or anything that nice, but or Audi or something like that. But it's a pretty good ride. It does well. Like I said, we've done the road trip to Florida back in June with the Audi, or with the Taurus here. So when we went up to New York, we used the Taurus. So nice ride. I like the larger vehicles because of the fact that we do road trip like this.
Yeah, my dad's got a Buick LeSabre Roadmaster.
Oh yeah.
I borrow when I hit the road. That's a nice ride.
Yeah, you don't feel anything in that car, do you?
No. That
You
thing rolls
run
down
over
the road.
run over a pothole, you'd be like, "What was that?"
Yeah.
You don't feel a thing. Oh, that looks like someone else is in the road. I think. Yep.
Robert Babcock wants to know where you're at.
Hello, still.
Hey guys, how we doing?
Pretty good.
Hey, there you are.
Yeah, OBS had
Robert
to update.
Babcock, know where you're at, buddy.
Yeah, I saw you said OBS is updating. You mean it's updating your computer?
I guess there's just an update for OBS itself.
They've been doing a lot of updating here lately.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for them to incorporate Melon into OBS. That's what I'm looking forward to. I don't know if they're going to or not, but it'd be nice. I think it'd be nice to do that.
Makes sense. Maybe make them work together a little easier.
They're both owned by the same company. So now I think the difference would be if they did incorporate it like that, they would probably have to start charging. They would have different tiers because OBS has always been free. If they tacked on Melon on top of OBS, they would probably have to have a next tier up purchase tier up because Melon does cost $15 for 6 chairs, 6 host and 6 guest chairs. So it does cost. It does incur costs. So yeah, it would have to have multi-level
Hazard reported ahead.
levels of OBS. I don't know if they will or not, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if get that light out of y'all's eyes.
Anyone else out here?
Have y'all
All
had
right,
good
so how's it
weather
going, Steph?
in your drive?
I'm doing good. I took a little bit of a drive today myself, but nothing like what you're doing.
Yeah, if we're going to be coming back
Rise.
from Chicago on the way home, so that'll be
Say hey.
late next week. So if you're around to meet up, that'll be late next week.
Yeah, I'll be here. Go somewhere.
Yeah, there's always a lag.
Yeah, I think my car is a really good road tripping car because it feels like you're sitting on a recliner. Basically, I got basically a leather sofa I'm sitting on as I'm driving. Comfortable as mine is, but I don't think we do that well because if I'm driving, the wife's usually yelling at me for speeding, and I'm usually yelling at her for
Police
tailgating. So
reported ahead.
Police report.
That's how we do it. We get on the road, my wife drives, and I stay on her for slow down. Watch out.
yeah.
She's funny when we're going on a trip, she'll drive down, but when it's time to come home, she'll let me drive back home.
Oh yeah.
She likes to hurry up and get there. Makes me nervous. Don't it?
Yeah, mine thinks she's Danica Patrick sometimes, and she's drafting, I think.
Yeah, my wife likes to draft. Don't you? To draft. Going down the freeway, you like to get up on people.
So I'm only going 70 anyway, so no big deal. We gotta find a hoodie. We gotta stop to find a hoodie, pick up something to eat.
Where y'all what? Down in Louisiana? Where you at?
Say what?
Y'all in Louisiana? Where are you?
No, we're still just outside of Little Rock, Arkansas right now.
Arkansas.
But we are going to have to stop somewhere and find an Arkansas hoodie. I didn't realize we actually don't have an Arkansas hoodie, and we're driving through the state, so we need to stop and find an Arkansas hoodie before we get out of the state. But we still got a couple hours before we do that, so we got some time to look for one.
Well, things have come a long
Hey,
way
Robert
from
Babcock.
stopping at the store and getting a road map. I was talking to some of the younger guys today. All they've ever known is GPS. They don't know what it's like to have a road map to get around.
Yeah. I'm sure glad we got GPS now.
Some of my coworkers will call me looking for some support. It's like, where are you at? It's like, I don't know. I just follow my GPS and it takes me where? It's what part of Atlanta? It's like, I don't know. They don't even know where they're at half the time. All I know is they're stuck on a job. They need help.
Sounds like you're talking about me.
Yeah, we're gonna do the same thing. You got any feelers out? Anything coming through for you?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
I've been doing it all week. Had several. I had 2 today even. So, yeah, I've got a couple more. A couple big names talking to right now. They're got one tomorrow and one Friday. So, yeah, putting in the work, trying to get it all set up.
Well, still be glad of it. I mean, I guess the lesser of two evils. Be glad it happened now instead of a year ago.
Yeah,
when everything was shut down.
Yeah. Yeah, for
but,
sure.
Again, lesser of two evils, right? So.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, a lot of the places I talk to are food related, so it's kind of hard to shut the food stuff down. That's one good thing about being in that type of business. But
yeah, that's true. That's true.
One I did talk to today said that they did have a brief shutdown during the height of it, and they lost a couple people then, back then, like a year ago or whatever. So yeah, definitely can happen.
I was watching somebody. Who was I watching? Wasn't a Silver Stacker. Some of the other stuff I watch. They're having to slaughter like 200 pigs, 200, 300 pigs, because they don't have the people to run the plants. Having to let them go out in the field and let them shoot them and let them rot. I guess they're getting overrun with too many at the farm. They ain't got no workers. I don't know if it's here in the U.S. or not. Hopefully not.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything recently, but they did have that problem. Heard recently, but I know back when they were having plants shut down, there was a pretty big problem with that, because you shut a plant down, if that plant's expecting 70,000 hog a day, where are you going to put all those?
Guys on here, he works at a meat processing place. 70,000 hogs a day. My wife's sitting over here next to me.
Yeah, so I mean, right now you're talking. I mean, how many hogs fit in a semi trailer?
I don't know. How many hogs fit in a semi trailer?
I don't know.
50? I don't know.
Who knows?
Right. So if I don't know, but if you do some math, you're talking hundreds, right? Because only 100 or two ahead in there, maybe, right? If you do that math just for one plant in one state, you're talking hundreds of trailers a day. And when you shut a plant down for a week, that's a whole lot, because you don't turn them on and off, right? Those things they're bred and growing every day, no matter what. So there was definitely some of that going on a large amount, or large scale, I should say. But, yeah. I don't know about recently, though.
I was trying to get the audio to go through the speakers in the car.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine how many they had to do when they had some of those plants shut down, and they had a couple of them.
I know they had some beef issues when all this stuff started. Kind of had to go through the same thing.
Can you just, I mean, I can actually still, you can probably get firsthand account of it, but can you just, you just can't fathom the logistics involved when it comes to feeding people, you know? 3 meals a day, 330 million people a day, or 3 meals a day, technically. You know, I mean, if you think about it, it's just mind-boggling how food supply, the food supply works, and the logistics involved behind it to make it work. It's just, unless you're really into it, I don't know how in the world someone can just conceptualize how the chain works, you know, and how any slight disruption can be pretty bad.
Yeah. Yeah, most people working in the industry don't even have a clue, really, you know.
I mean, and that's coming from someone outside the industry, because I just see it from a, I guess, lack of word, operational management perspective. Just knowing, because you know, in what I do, there's a lot of logistics involved. Just knowing that, you know, you're feeding 330 million people or whatever 3 times a day, or, you know, obviously that number is skewed by every stretch of the imagination, but still, you know, you're still feeding millions of people every single day, multiple times a day. So, yeah, that's what I think a lot of people lose, that concept of, you know, we're feeding a whole damn country and any disruption's bad.
Yeah, just go to the grocery store, right?
Yeah, run down to the grocery store. It's going to be there. Right.
Yeah, that's why it was kind of crazy when they were wanting to shut plants down. I mean, they were wanting to shut chicken plants down, you know, and they had to basically make almost commercials, if you will, and they had to write letters to the congressman saying, "Do you understand what that would do?" You know, the amount of animals that would be wasted would be unbelievable, and then the amount of people that would be struggling to eat. You know, they didn't care at the time, you know, but.
Like, again, they don't think, I guess, like I do when it comes to the logistics of things. It's just, I don't know. I don't know the science. I don't know the numbers, but I know it's got to be absolutely astronomical in how it works. Because if it didn't work, we would know, right? It's just, people just forget to think outside of the box when it comes to stuff like the food industry and the food service as a whole, and how any slight disruption could be very bad for very many people for a very long time. It's just all the more reason why, you know, if we ever do go into a SHTF situation, all the old mom and pop stores that used to be around are going to come back. All the old local neighborhood, you know, feeding the local neighbors and stuff. That's going to come back. Back how it used to do, back how it used to be. Yeah, it's going to be a struggle to get there, but at the same time, human nature is going to do what human nature does and adapt, and that means they will bring back the old mom and pop stores. They will bring back your local butcher, and they will bring back, you know, bartering, because that is what we have to do to survive. Period.
I got my dimes and my quarters ready.
Say what?
I got my dimes and my quarters ready.
That's right. Well, I've always said that when it comes to the constitutional, I've always said that the constitutional silver is to allow us to survive during an event. Gold is to allow us to rebuild after an event. That's my stance on it.
Right. I think Yankee or Salivate did a video like that yesterday. Talking about that.
Hey, Dalton, I saw your text a little bit ago. I'm actually on my way, if you're still here, Dalton, I'm actually on my way over to Louisiana. We're actually mid-state Arkansas right now, on our way to Louisiana for a road trip. We're calling it the Hoosier Stacker Hoodie Road Trip, picking up hoodies, but Mrs. Hoosier and I road trip for every so often and hit various states to pick up hoodies and just check out, just get on the road, and just hang out for this time around it's going to be for a couple of weeks. So we're just road tripping down to Louisiana. We're on our way north from there into Oklahoma, and then points north up to North Dakota, and then back through Minnesota, and then back through Wisconsin, and then back home. That's our plan anyway. So get to see a Dalton if you're still out here.
What interstate you on, Hoosier?
I'm on I-40.
40.
We need to find a truck stop so we can find a hoodie before we get out of the state. So, and then we actually have to find a hoodie for Arkansas because what we have is a jacket. It's not an actual hoodie. So last time we were through Arkansas, we picked up an actual jacket, but we're all about finding hoodies. So that's what. So we got our eye out for a truck stop here. Pull off and check out the truck stop for hoodies. Seem to have pretty good luck finding hoodies in truck stops. If not, then we go to the local Walmart.
Yeah. Yeah. They might have them there. They should.
Say what?
I said, they'll have them at the Walmart.
Well, I mean, when we went down to Florence, Alabama, we went to the Walmart there and found a road tide hoodie because I didn't realize it until yesterday. Florence, Alabama is the location of the University of Alabama road tide sporting complex, I guess what you want to call it. I don't know, I'm not a sports guy. But the University of Northern Alabama, I guess, is where Florence is in Florence, Alabama, and that is where the road tide, the Crimson Tide road tide, I guess, is based out of. So there's all sorts going to the Walmart, all sorts of purple everywhere, or crimson, I guess.
So it looks like 40 goes along the Arkansas River then?
Sure. I have no idea.
Okay.
I know 40 goes diagonal through the state from Memphis to Texarkana, and it takes about 4.5 hours to get through Arkansas, I believe. It's like 2 hours from Memphis, and then about another 2 hours to Texas. So a little over, about 4 hours, 4.5 hours, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like 40 follows the Arkansas River and heads all the way over to Fort Smith, Arkansas.
Hey, there's food coming up. Let's find some food and see if we can find any.
If you'll find you a good road stop, you can do a Miss Southern Belle video. Go in there and show yourself shopping around.
Well, I tell you what, the next time I'm through Georgia, you know, I'm going to pay you to visit HVAC and we'll meet up with Miss Southern Belle.
Yeah, she's not too terribly far.
Not this time, but we're sort of out of it now.
Yeah. When you come over on my side of town, all you're going to find is University of Georgia hoodies.
Yep. Yep.
There. Keep on going straight down the road. You're right to the stadium.
We were just through there back in March, April. We went down to Florida back in March, April.
Yeah.
We normally
called me today.
We normally fly down. We didn't fly down this time. It's fine.
Andre gave me a call today, and he had a bucket full of Morgans and Peace dollars for $20 each.
Oh,
Oh
I'm
man.
like, man. I'm like, on the other side of town is like, save me 2 of them at least. You know, sell what you can, but save me 2. I'll get over there when I can.
So
I'm
is he
like,
is he
oh
going
my
to line
God.
is he going to line you up then?
I don't know. Do not know.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. I'm just curious to see if he's going to start getting business from us advertising him on our shows. That'd be interesting to see if that
Well, I hope so.
find out.
I hope he does. We'll plug him a couple more times this month.
Yeah.
He's got good prices. He really does.
Uh,
Works on volume, so he flips it as fast as he can. He doesn't. He definitely does not go through the red book and stuff and the gray sheet, everything up and price it out. It's just
we.
I bought 50 cents over spot and a 50 over spot.
Yeah, I'm not going to stay here though. I'm going to find some place else to park for a second.
yeah. I've never seen a Morgan or a piece for $20. That's for sure. Man,
Yeah, Auction 78, our sponsored us. He called me up about 2 months ago and he picked up 300 of them. He was selling them for 22 a piece.
wow.
I called my other LCS and told him, man, he shut his shop down and took off and went and bought every single one of them and had them all sold by the time he got back to his shop. He didn't even save me one of them.
Really?
Like, Lord,
That's for some.
that's all right. He gave me two silver rounds. Here you go.
I'm fine.
Okay,
I thought you were parking.
we're going to get some food first. Then we'll park.
I'm watching y'all on the big TV in here. I can see it better.
Yeah, we're just stop and grab a bite to eat, and then we're going to sit and then look around wherever we're at currently, see if there's any place that we can grab a hoodie while we're here.
Is that a truck
I'll be
stop or a Wendy?
just McDonald's. I'll be right back.
Mickey D. Well, listen, I'm gonna kick on out of here. It's almost 9 o'clock. I gotta get my butt in bed by 9. I gotta go have my ice cream. So y'all be safe. Stack safe. We'll check y'all. What's today? Wednesday? I guess tomorrow for the Stackers meeting gathering. Y'all be
Yeah.
good. See you, Steeler.
Have a good night,
Talk to you, man.
HVAC. We'll
We'll
see
see you
you.
tomorrow. All right. Bye bye.
Bye. Uh-oh. Where'd Hoosier go? Sure hope so if it's working right, Donald. I'm just kind of looking along the interstate there to see what would be interesting along 40. Doesn't look like there's a whole bunch. Down to Walmart. United States Marshals Museum. Yeah, JM Hoosier may have hit the wrong button for a minute. He might pop back in here in just a second. As long as it stays open, he can get back in. He may have just paused it while he's going through the drive-through also. Hmm. Doesn't seem to be much along 40 in Arkansas. Wow. Ah, found a butterball plant. Talking about going through some chicken, turkey, whatever all they do there. Imagine how many chicken they go through in a day. How many that would have to stop if they had to shut down. They're right on the river.